Yep. So we've been drumming home this message, since we started, and it's very personal to us because reality-wise, a lot of people believe that it's not in existence, and so we're trying to see how best practically we can bring this up for people to also share their experiences, so we get to know that indeed there's something like that happening in the houses of many out there, and it's the reason why we'll open phone lines again. For people to, share the experiences with us.
We hardly open phone lines. So anytime we open the phone line, it means that the matter chops serious.
Yeah, it's very personal to us.
So if you have anybody who has experienced it, or probably it's you, we can hide your identity. You don't have to tell us who you are, but share the experience with us. Because sometimes when we tell people the story, or, we tell you the topics, you think it doesn't exist. But when we hear it from the horse's own mouth, then we know that it really, really does exist. It's all about sexual abuse from your in-laws. It could be your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your brother-in-law, your sister. Oh, sexual harassment, sorry. Your sister-in-law, any in-law, okay? Do you know anybody who has experienced this? Or have you had a personal experience with it? Your identity is secured. Don't worry at all. So don't think that, as they are going to call and then they will tell me. No, you're good. Okay?
We'll protect you.
We'll protect you. We got you.
We got you.
We have an expert?
Yes. So Ronnie Daniel is here with us, and he's been here for the past weeks, doing great things, trying to let us understand what's happening in our homes, in our marriage, in our relationships, and all of that. And he's here with us this morning again. It's always good to have him here on the show, bro. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you too. Yeah. And getting the two of you means I don't matter chop hot. We are still in the in-law business. Hallelujah.
But I think that, maybe our society is not also helping. I don't know how many people will come out with some issues like this, and society would want to listen to them. That, okay, I think practically this is something that we need to pay attention to. And so let's put it out there and let people understand that it is happening. Some even sit back and say, but people are trying to make it look like it's there. It's more like a myth. Yeah. Somebody's just saying it. But reality-wise, we're not able to see much of it. So it's more like, first of all, in your experience and dealings with people, is this something that it's reality, or it's just that we're just imagining things?
No, absolutely, it's a reality. It's a reality. We have a way of sweeping things under the carpet and says that this one is a family thing. Don't wash your linen, dirty linen in public and all that. But this is something that is really happening, and it's eating a lot of people in their family. There are cases where father-in-law is hitting seriously on the wife and the marriage, and there are cases where though rare but happens a lot. The mother-in-law hitting on the man. And going to serious. I saw some viral video some time ago where the mother was dancing with the husband. The lady was sitting there. But that is just on the surface. But there are deepening issues where the mother-in-law is seriously hitting on the husband.
Yeah.
And it becomes even worse when the mother-in-law is well-to-do than a couple and invest so much in the couple. They get in there and grab one of them, depending on who is questioned, whether the father-in-law grabbing on the woman or the mother-in-law. But it is reality. And it's happening.
Right. In Africa, we always attribute these things to spiritual matters or spiritual problems. Is it really spiritual problem, or what really is the reason for this?
Okay, let's take it for granted that everything is spirit.
No, of course, that's the truth.
Yes, everything is spirit. So when you put this, there are human factors in this.
Yeah.
there are human factors in this. Somebody sees her daughter's husband or her daughter's boyfriend to be, and decides that, hey, Charlie, I didn't get this opportunity. And there are people who, don't forget that there are people who, there are women who also like young guys. They feel that, okay, whilst my daughter has, I don't even think that my daughter deserves him more. I can treat him better.
Is it a psychological problem?
Well, you can put it as such if you want to, but I say that people grow up with things and they get stuck to it. You know, people have certain weird interests.
Fantasies.
Yes, fantasies that they never win themselves off of it. And they go the extreme of even pouncing on their daughter's husband or their son's wives on this. And it's happening, except that it's kept in the family setting. So it is not out there so that the family will be shamed in public and all that. But it's happening. There's a story that was shared about and also we have some instances where the siblings of the wife or the husband is being chased by the husband or it's there. It's there. What is prevalent is the husband chasing the sister of the wife. It is there a lot. Sometimes it starts from beginning. The signs are there from the beginning.
Right from the
dating where to go.
Yes, from beginning.
When they are getting married, your sister is your maid of honor, and your husband is harassing your sister, who is the maid of honor, even before the wedding happens.
Yeah, I tell a certain joke that if you're going to a family and you realize that your sisters-in-law, if you're a man, your sisters-in-law are more beautiful than your wife. Please commit yourself to God. Commit yourself to God. But it is a joke, but it's reality. When you have, men are mostly moved by sight.
So when your wife's siblings are prettier than your wife, you have to be very careful.
You have to be careful. You have to center or concentrate more of the advantages of your wife. And make sure that you deepen your relationship with your wife.
Yeah.
Have little to do with them, especially if you know that they are prettier. You need to consider, because your wife will have something more than just physical look, which is what you live with anyway. Because living with anybody, the physical attributes will fade.
Yeah.
I mean, with time. If you get to 5, 10 years or 15 years where some of us are, you realize that people are saying, oh, Charlie, she's beautiful. Okay.
You're not saying it, right?
Yeah, but you have certain attributes you need. You always marry the one you need, not the one who looks good. Because looking good does not sustain any relationship. Because at some point, when the reality sets in, you realize that, okay,
this is what I'm really with
was
now.
prepared to present to me. But there are things that you rather stay with, which is what is inside, not the physical. But men actually go to the physical. So you realize that sometimes they look at the sister-in-law and said, okay, maybe she may have a lot of she looks good. Sometimes she even cooks better than your wife.
So don't eat her food.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You need to concentrate.
Why do you want to eat her food? Let's get our viewers involved, okay? So please, you can send in your messages to us, or you can actually call us. Like we said, today we are giving every single person the opportunity to speak on TV. Now, one thing is that your identity is secured, so we will not put your identity out there. But, sometimes the question I ask is about upbringing. Some of these people, their actions, can it be attributed to their upbringing?
Yes, partly so. That's what I'm saying, that some people never win themselves off some attitude, even when they have to, when they get to a point, they have to progress to a certain dimension. They don't. They don't. So they are used to a certain upbringing. Oh, we chase everything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They come out with a whole lot of philosophies. I heard one funny one. There's nothing good except it will come. There are people who go and they go out with a certain philosophy and ideologies, and when they grow, instead of weaning themselves of it as part of maturity, they don't. So they enter into marriages before they realize when they have issues, they go straight to their, the men, they go straight to their wife's sister or cousin or any, and they come out with arguments to buttress it. Sometimes too, their spouse will not make it, make it easy for them. For instance, if you know that your wife cooks better, your siblings cooks better than you, why would you travel and tell your tell your sister to come home and take care of your husband? I mean, it is a disaster waiting to happen, obviously. So those are the things. And if you know that your brother looks at your wife in a certain way, and you've noticed it, why would you travel and say that, oh, okay, if you need anything, you go to my brother? I mean, it's all those things. So you may have to, you have to be very intelligent, emotionally intelligent, so you decipher what intention your sibling or your father or your mother knows. But that attraction of same family that we say runs in the that should run always is there. It's something that people don't want to talk about, but it's there. There's a typical case that this guy, the first time they met his wife to be, the sister-in-law says, I like him. Like, when they met, he said, she doesn't live here. So she came and she's visited the house and said, I like him. He's a cool dude. Like, something like that. And they saw it as just like a passing comment. Now this girl left and kept on calling the sister that, I want your husband's contact. Is that kind of thing. So then she gave. Yeah, she gave the number. Yeah, sister, she doesn't live here. She doesn't live here. Whenever she comes, she lives in it doesn't live in their home, goes to their parents' house, so blah blah blah. Number. Now the guy has to go and do a 1 year top up course in the UK. And the best accommodation is
obviously
is the sister.
Look, before you continue, we have a caller on the line, so let's talk to Ya. Hello, good morning, Ya.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great. Yeah, please share whatever you want to share with us, whether it's an experience or you just want to contribute. Please go ahead.
It is an experience.
Okay, let's hear you.
For over a decade now, this has been worrying me. I've been looking for platforms to share for people to know that, yeah, it is real. But, we Muslims sometimes coming out to see the truth is not easy.
Let's speak up a little.
Yeah, please speak up a little for us. I'm struggling to hear you.
Okay,
now
it's
we
much
can hear
better
you.
now.
Hello?
We can hear you now.
Hello?
We can hear you now, yeah. Please continue with what you were saying.
Yeah. For a decade now, my children are abused by my brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Own sister's husband. One mother, one father. Sometimes we do go there to help her and come back and go there, stay there for a couple of days before coming back. And this man, tell me the truth, if they say he will do something like this, you argue. There's no way you will believe it. That's why it's hard to completely tell anybody. Because I'm like, if even I tell my family, it's likely not to believe. though she trusts me. My sister and her husband, they live in the same hall, but the hall and the bedroom, there is a gap between. One night I was sleeping, they have some small beds in the hall. Sometimes if you go, that's where we sleep. And she and the children and husband will be in the bed. So last after the hall, and the husband came. He left my sister at the bed and came to the hall. Touching me, trying to move my dress. I was just some touching. I said, hey, but why? He was not talking. Well, he just trying to just do what he wanted to do. I tried to take him from the bed. I got up, went to the chair. He still followed me. Hey, I said, man, if you talk, I will shout. I will shout. So, this man, to be honest, we struggle. We struggle. Finally, getting to dawn before I know this lady.
He was in your room all the way till dawn.
That's always.
Wow. And where was your sister?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
What was the sister? What was your sister?
My sister was in the bed.
And he stayed with you till dawn.
But the whole bedroom is of space. So I believe if the whole of the bedroom is one light is really small. Yeah.
This happened in the hall.
It's space between the hall and the bedroom. So that's what she didn't need. But me myself, she didn't make some time. I was just struggling with it. So I don't want to share. People to know, yeah, something like that is really there. It is there, but I'm there. I don't want to spoil my secret marriage. For a decade now, that's painful. For a decade now, they are there happily married. Like for here and I so that out. The research is there, but nothing happened. But I want people to know that it's real. It is there. My own father in especially trying to people have abused it because he didn't succeed.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And we are very grateful. For you at home who want to share your story too, you can call us and share your story or send your message to us. But this is really happening.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. And I say that if you face something like this, please leave. Please leave. You may have been plugged into certain attraction that you never knew. It's been there for a very long time, and you coming to live with them aggravates the whole situation. So in situations like that, leave. If it continues even when you've left, let's look for someone who your in-law respects a lot. Then you address it, because sometimes when you address it with the family, they will take the emotional whip, and the matter will not be addressed well, and you will be the one
What
to
if
be
you have
blamed.
nowhere
the bad
to
person
go?
in the
No, there's always somewhere.
There are people who are orphans. Maybe this is your parents that you know, because this might be your older sibling and the husband or
They are
the
taking
wife.
care of
They are
you.
taking care of you. You have nowhere to go.
I think in such situations, if you're religious or you believe in anything, commit that to God. I'm sure that, like we are saying, spiritual, everything is spiritual. So just commit to God, and there's an invisible hand that will come through for you. You know, feeling does not last for long. Feelings does not last for long.
But if the person is in the same house with you, under the same roof, sometimes the person goes to bath and comes out with a towel around. Feelings will last too.
You see, sometimes I think that it is being conscious that there is a man who is taking care of it, or there is a in-law also in the house. Sometimes women takes for granted. You know, sometimes you guys get up in the morning, then you're in your 90s, then they're sticking out. You know, that kind of thing.
Well.
Yeah. it builds something there. So you should be very conscious.
Yeah.
If you are living with someone, and the room is not spacious enough, make sure that you are fully dressed.
And there's also the feeling that this is my sister's husband.
Yeah, so
And it's more like married to me. So he won't do anything that will make me feel like uncomfortable.
So I want to
so
feel,
in your clear mind,
yeah.
you can come out in a nightie and he will look at you like a sister.
Yeah.
Because he's married to your sister.
Yeah.
But
it?
assume that you are living with someone. Always assume that you are living with someone. A lot of time, especially the ladies, they feel that okay, this is family.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
yeah, but
that's the whole idea.
But
you're married as a family.
The man
so you're also part of the family.
The man begins to pick signals and communicate to the brain of what he is saying, irrespective of who that thing is. Don't forget that even some men pauses on their daughters. But so I tell my wife that, look, I have daughters at home. There is someone there's a male who works for us, clean all the things for us. Dress properly when that guy is there, because he may not have had a chance to do anything with you, but my children are there. It may create a certain imagery.
Yeah.
Keep it in a minute. Feed that imagery, and look at my shapeless kids, and pounce on them. You see, these are very technical. So if you are living with your in-law or anything, don't take it.
You need to be self-aware.
You have to be conscious about the environment.
You don't have freedom again, no. Eric, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. Hi.
Great. Talk to us. What do you want to share?
Yeah, I just want to contribute about the program.
Please go ahead.
Share with an experience that I've ever experienced.
Okay.
I quite remember there was a day that my girlfriend has traveled because we were not together, and then she left me alone. And her cousin, it was her birthday, and she told me that I must take her out on her birthday, but I mustn't tell her cousin. So, and I asked her, why is it that she doesn't want her cousin to know? Because, obviously she's going to know. She said, if I'm only going to make her to know, then it's better I stop. I mustn't go with her. So that is, one of the experiences that I've ever had.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a short story, and
So
it's
did
good.
you,
That's good.
KMJ, you want to ask?
No, I wanted to find out if it did happen. Like, what happened? Were you able to take your girlfriend out and leave your cousin out of it, or you didn't make a decision? You were not too sure.
I didn't even try to do it because why she told me that she doesn't want her cousin to know. I just,
Yeah.
You canceled the whole outing.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but you could have still made a decision.
I didn't tell my girlfriend.
No, the girlfriend has traveled.
But a couple of months later, I told her.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So the cousin was the one making the move here.
Yeah.
There's a post I saw somewhere. Was it yesterday?
And it happens. It happens a lot. This case that I was like, it's reality. Yeah, I told you I'll tell your story, but I will hide you. Yeah, reality. And when the guy went to do further do the second degree, they actually had intimacy.
Oh no.
Yes, actually had intimacy. And you know who was telling me? It was the sister.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Talk to me
sister.
about it.
Was telling me. Was telling me that this, but he wanted me to lead her to apologize to her own sister. I mean, because
did she tell you why she permitted that to happen?
Who permitted? Yeah,
The sister. Yeah.
Oh, she fell in love with the
This is somebody who said for the first time you saw
He said the guy is too. At some point.
Oh no, this is a spiritual problem. This one is deliverance. How do you see your siblings' wife or husband and say the first time I saw you saw all the men and women in this world? You see your sibling's partner is the first time I saw
And
you.
no,
Yeah,
even
no,
if
but-
I were the sister, I would not take it personal. I wouldn't even take it serious.
Yeah, we'll
That's
take
my
it serious
sister.
because the sister said,
Admiring a man that I'm married to. You know, it's normal.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
you
That's how
know.
it started.
Don't say for the
Please don't come close to Rosely's husband.
Do not.
So you see, if we understand that these things are reality, we will leave room for some discussion and so that we can deal with it. Sometimes we think that it can't happen or it shouldn't happen, so people are silent about it. So when it happens, we keep it on the quiet, you know. But if we know that it is something that then we can discuss it. We can discuss it without anybody getting upset or anything. Get into the hard issues. Hey, Charlie, you know my sister is so and so and so. So I beg you, make
When
sure
around
you
or
are
when the person's
careful.
around, you're careful.
Now, 7 years ago, we
Okay,
had.
before that, Rebecca is on from
Okay,
Castle.
right.
Let's go. We'll come back to 7 years ago. Rebecca,
Yes, please.
good morning. I hope
morning.
you're good. Rebecca, I hope you're fine.
Please, I have an auntie,
Okay.
and anytime I go around, the husband, he tries to tell me I'm feeling pain here, and he's trying to show me his private parts and stuff. So I used to run away. And when he sees me outside, he begins to give me a kiss in public. Then I'm shocked.
I'm
So
even
one
shocked.
time I asked my nephew in the house, he said he used to enter the bathroom when I'm bathing. So he's a suspect. And we can't tell our auntie this is what the husband is doing. We're really scared.
Oh my God. This
My
is what
auntie
the
too
problem
is
is.
an officer. So we are afraid of what will happen. And we can't even be around whilst we have no close our legs when he's in the house. We just come and look straight into your legs.
Wow.
Has he tried?
Wow.
I don't know how to put it, but has it gone that far
To make advice.
to make maybe grab you somewhere in the room, in the kitchen, or anywhere like that?
And whenever he is coming close to me, the kind of eyes he will size me, then I begin to run away because what the girl told me.
Okay, so
I'm afraid.
it's never gotten to a point where he's touched you, he's grabbed you, forcefully grabbed you, or anything like that. It's not gotten to that point, right? Hello, Rebecca, can you hear me?
Please come again.
I'm asking that, has it gotten to a point where he's forcefully, grabbed you in a way or tried to, be on you or something, force you somehow to have sex or something?
No, please, but he used to hold my hand to come and touch his other part in the
That's why it's
boxer.
very
Then I prevent him. No, it's too dangerous.
Anyway,
Are you still living there, or you moved?
Please, for me, I go for a visit.
Okay.
I'm around.
Okay.
And the girl who's in the house, how old is that girl?
She's 19 years.
And have you tried speaking to anybody, family, pastors, or some people he respects?
I'm the only one she told me. She said when he comes to the room when she's asleep, he begins to touch her buttocks and be stepping on her things. While she's asleep.
hey, this man's only. No. See,
it's very unfortunate that they are going through with this man, and I feel so much for you. When ladies are being treated this way, it gets me.
I'm
gets
even
me.
angry.
But some of these things, the signs are there from the beginning. Yeah, they are there. I would advise Rebecca to not to go to the house or speak to someone who respects a lot. so that that person will have a sit-down talk with this gentleman. It's reality. Some even do it to their daughters. Their
But
daughters.
from what she's saying, this man can actually do it to his daughter.
Yeah.
But, you know, with her saying that they can't tell the auntie, and this is where the problem is, why can't people speak up when these issues are happening?
That's what I'm saying. We are not open about some of these things. We see it as a taboo. And we treat it as such, even sometimes knowingly or unknowingly. Your father cannot do anything wrong. Your uncle cannot do anything wrong. My husband, your in-law, cannot do anything wrong, cannot look at you in a certain way. So when you tell me that, hey, your wife, your husband is doing it, said, what are you talking about? I know my husband. I know my wife. There's a typical case where a wife was hitting on the younger brother of the husband. and the husband never believed it. Never believed it until one day saw them kissing and realized that, okay, all right, that's it. So I was telling a story about a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a 13-year-old. When my daughter is 13 years old, when she was my wife was pregnant with her, we adopted a 16-year-old girl at home, and she's 29 now. Solid, yeah. But when she came, she had some features. 16 years, she had some features. Yeah. When she bathed, she would just walk. Yeah,
innocent.
Yeah, she's there. She's there with her dad and her mom. I mean, there's nothing. But she has quite about there. And for me, at that point, I wasn't even seeing that. I was seeing like a daughter. Then my wife's friend came home, and she saw her in a very short. They say, "Hey, don't allow this girl to." Then I became conscious about that. Then I had a sit-down talk with her to say that don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. I wanted her to let her know that you are comfortable here, you are free here, but give an opportunity to maybe go to a boarding house or go to live with her. You may carry the same thing there. And
that could put you at risk.
That could be. And for you, you don't see yourself having that feature. And sometimes that's the issue of ladies. They don't know that men are not used to the body that they have, and they kept with. They see that, oh, this one, but how should he do anything to you? So those are the things. So I had to say, and at some point I realized that my wife travels and I'm home with the house. She'll call me like 100 times, and I don't know how. These are some of the things, but it's happening. Men, husbands, sister-in-law, wives, brother-in-law, father, daughter-in-law, mother, son-in-law. These issues are happening. This sexual harassment is happening.
Let's get another caller. Nana Ikuya is on from Kumasi, I think. Nana Ikuya, good morning. Hello, can you hear us? All right, sorry, we lost Nana Ikuya.
You know, as we talk about these things, we keep talking about, the opposite sex. But the most scary part is when the same sex is trying to woo the same sex.
Oh, yeah.
Father-in-law trying to woo son-in-law. Mother-in-law trying to woo, daughter-in-law.
Yeah, there's a father and a son situation. Yeah, that the wife spoke to me about.
Really?
Yes.
Father and son.
Yes. So this discovered that the father of the child is much younger. It's not heterosexual, but homosexual. I mean, and for a long time, he's been that for a long time, but she didn't know until one day someone invited her to a certain party. They realize that, oh, okay, my husband is that. Then they have boys. They have 2 boys. They realize that after when she got to know that he has this orientation, now he spends more time with the boys, and in very awkward ways, and all that, and then it became an issue. The case is a very dicey situation now. So all sort of things are happening in the family tree, but we don't want to talk about it because we think that it's. I think we have a caller.
Yeah, we have Frida on the line. Frida.
Yes.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Talk to us.
Yes. I have this confession I need to make this morning so that I can be free for life. I had this grandpa that because I was a young girl growing up and didn't have anything, he tried supporting me. And he tried touching me. I was at the age of 5 years to 6 years. And when I try saying it, my family would be like, I'm a sports child. So I keep quiet. And it has been something that my grandpa has been doing to me. He travel and come back. And anytime we come to visit him, it's been something till I grew up to love my grandpa, that I can't get him off my mind. Throughout my life, I grew up loving my grandpa. And I feel like I grew up to a extent where I couldn't resist what he was doing to me again. And I feel like he became my love. I can travel with him anywhere. I've become his girlfriend. I couldn't tell my families again because when I even attempt again and somebody told me again, I'm a sports child. And so I keep it away till I grew up. It came to a time where I even begged my grandpa to just marry me because I find out that I couldn't get myself off him again, just being a little girl. And now he was about to die. He got sick and he was about to die. And then he told the family that I am everything to him. Mother side. And he told the family I am everything to him. And he loves me so much. And I got to realize that he did that to everybody in the family. If you just get close to him as a girl. And I was so shocked now. They couldn't believe that what I was saying in the past was true. So I said no. And now anytime I remember what he did to me, I cried and I say, why? I'm even married and I always think about this man. Because I grew to love him. I even learned how to smoke from him. But thank God, I stopped smoking. But I can't get over it. Till I realized that it was something he was doing to everybody that get close to him. Then I told myself, I have to pray and forgive this man. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for
It
sharing.
is well. What's her name?
How old are you now?
I am 28 years now.
And how long did this happen? 5 years, 10 years?
So from 5 to 28.
No, it's been, I know my grandpa since 5 years.
5 years, okay.
And I've been with him till I got married at the age of 24.
Wow.
That was the time I told him I can no longer be.
So 11 years. You've been doing it for 11. Oh, wow.
That's been quite some time.
Ronnie, you want to say something to her?
Yeah, what's the name again?
Frida.
Frida.
Yeah.
Frida, it is well. It is well. I think that you won the battle. I sympathize with you, and don't blame yourself for this. Never blame yourself for this. You are free. You are free from this. Now your husband, put everything into loving and cherishing your husband, and God will see you through. I mean, this is not a weakness, but a victory. I say it that way. Now the smoking that was imposed on you, you've been able to win yourself off. You've moved on, and but be also be very conscious of my environment going forward, because I believe that somebody will come to you with this kind of situation, and you'll be able to solve it. Because we go through things for others, not sometimes for yourself, for others. So see it as you have to go through this for maybe your kids or anybody else to hear this and get saved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frida. Have a good day.
Anyway.
Wow.
It's we live in a world that until it happens to you, you think that it's never happened.
Yeah, and I say that, like I said earlier, I should confirm it. Sometimes the family never thinks that it's so close.
You become the outcast
we
when
shut.
you talk.
Yeah, we shut. This started from 5, and to any family, this is a father. Now that children are hugging and kissing every family member, it is easy. It's easy for these things to happen.
Yeah.
It is a grandfather. I mean, we give our children to
them. They are the closest you can have around
we
you.
give our
like,
children.
I grew up with my grandfather, I grew up with my grandmother, and all of that.
Yeah. So I say that there's some relationship that we nurture it. There's some wrong relationship that we nurture it easily, because we don't think that it can happen. We even argue beyond every reasonable doubt that it can happen, and yet it happens. So until the family realizes that this sexual harassment or relationship can happen between in-laws, between families, same family and all that, it will still continue and will still be okay.
And I think until we stop victimizing people who speak up, because that's another challenge.
Exactly.
People can't speak up because you'll be victimized, you'll be demonized,
Yes.
you'll be called all sorts of names.
Yeah.
You want to break my home,
Yeah.
you want to be the devil, and like she being told that you are a bad girl.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
There was a problem, and we are always short of calling out people who are adults. We always say the adults are right. But
Yes.
it's never always like that.
Yes. That's I mentioned earlier that we think that our families are so right. We think that our husbands cannot look at our sisters in a certain way. We think that our wives cannot be conjoining things in their head for our brothers and all those things and all that.
Anyway, Ronnie, thank you so much for being here. Super grateful that you could join us. We will definitely be calling on you all the time, because wow, this has been a conversation, I must say.
Yes.
Look at the experiences he shared with us this morning. Lots of them. And in your mindset, these are things that are not happening. But they are happening.
They are happening.
Yeah. So yes, if you're going through any situation like that, it's not over yet. Your life can still be better. We can assure you, speak to the right people. You can speak to Ronnie. I mean, if you go on social media, he's everywhere. Search for him, speak to him. And if you have somebody close to you, you can talk to that person as well, so you can get out of that situation. We really want you to be very, very okay. Yep. All right. So yeah.
A big thank you to all those who called us today to share their stories with us. Now, one thing I always say is that for those of you who have been experiencing it for a while and it's eating you up, please again, get help, like Ronnie has told you. You can get a counselor, get a,
social welfare,
maybe your pastor, somebody to help you through this journey.
You can't do it alone. That's the thing. You can't do it alone.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching Prime Morning this morning. My name is Roslyn Fairley. K to the M to the J is always fly.
We're back tomorrow to wrap it all up for the week. See you tomorrow,
We
6
love
a.m.
you. We love you.